Chris, how would you feel about us making some music together? We don't have to do anything crazy, but we can like get some samples together, get some melody, play a little guitar, do a little piano work. You can, if you got some beats, you know, we can work on some bass lines together, and then we can see what we're left with.
I mean, insects are so, you know, they're just a branch off of, I mean, think about crabs. They're all from the same genus or whatever. Phylum. Hold on. Well, they're all invertebrates, which includes insects, arachnids, mollusks,
You can do it.
echinoderms, annelids, and crustaceans. Okay, so, you know, when you're talking about single-celled organisms, there's protozomes and deuterozomes. Protozomes went off to form everything that is mollusk or insect-like. Deuterozomes went off to form some types of, looks like other single-celled organisms, and also chordata, which are, I guess, animal cells, basically. You can look at eukaryotes and prokaryotes.
Can I?
You can, under a microscope.
Awesome.
And you can determine that they all have certain categorizations that you can place them into.
How do we know that the mollusca phylum, or whatever it is, didn't have 12 different stages that we're completely oblivious of?
We don't. You're correct. And there was a great TED Talk that I watched with this paleontologist who was pretty famous, and he's also sort of eccentric weirdo, you know, so he's an interesting dude. And, you know, he basically listed, okay, so there's like these 15 basic dinosaurs that seem to have roamed North America and South America. He listed them, and then he goes on to demonstrate how in some forms, some birds, like specifically cassowaries, I think, if you took the infant and then the intermediate and then the young adult and then the adult, you might not realize that they were the same species because of the way birds develop and because of the way their crests sometimes work. You know, their overall appearance can be radically different as they age. And he basically demonstrates that these 15 different dinosaur groupings are actually 6 or 5 or 6 just by this single determination of, like,
first off, scientists have egos. And scientists like to name dinosaurs. And so every time they found something that looked a little different, they named it something different. And what happened, of course, is we ended up with a whole bunch of different dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of people were like clamoring to, like, okay, this is a new species. And so there's just new species all over the place.
Look at these dinosaurs. They're all big. Where are all the little ones? People assume that if they had little dinosaurs, if they had juvenile dinosaurs, they'd be easy to identify. You'd have a big dinosaur and a littler dinosaur. Every museum wanted a little bigger or better one than anybody else had. No one ever considered that they might be more closely related.
When I open the dinosaur books that I have, there's a ridiculous number of species. I mean, it's out of control, and obviously some of them are going on so few bones that it's absurd.
Yeah,
that they're even categorized.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started on Lucy.
Well, all of this is so new.
Well, yeah.
But I am pretty confident that insects and mollusks are related. I don't have any problem with it. And I think scientifically they're claiming at this point that the actual first land animal wasn't a fish or anything.
Like a mud skipper?
Yeah, it wasn't one of those. It was actually a thing that looks like a scorpion.
Word.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're lobsters.
I mean, you know. So
how did we get our skeleton on the inside?
Chordates.
Evolution decided, like, it's not a thing that decides things. But
I believe it could be. Could be.
Because what we're talking about is the environment of the planet forced creatures to develop a skeletal structure on the outside of their body, and then there was a separate line that developed a skeletal structure on the inside of their body.
Yeah.
And so the meat and the muscle that's on a crustacean is what we eat, and they're in the little stringy arms and crab legs and all that nonsense, which is disgusting to me. I don't like it at all.
They're just giant insects.
I'm not a big fan. No.
I grew up eating crabs.
No, thank you.
Well, you know, we would go out and catch them, cook them, eat them.
Do you eat the crab? Have you ever? No, I never told you.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Me too.
No. But you know, you get a look inside one of those things and you're like, this is an alien creature. If you start to think about it, it's horrifying what you're eating. I mean, you ever eat a king crab legs?
Why would you want to eat bugs?
I mean,
why do you want to eat bugs?
That's a bug that's this big.
It's a huge fucking bug.
Did you eat crabs? Did you eat crabs? Crab? I ate too. Come on, Bill.